Alright guys, I'm here to give you my Walking Dead review. And this is season 3, episode 8, I believe. And it happened on December 2nd, 2012. And this was a awesome episode. Um, it opens up with a walker walking. I'm not really trying to use a cheesy line, that's really what happened. Um, and somebody kills him. I think somebody hit him with a shovel, and it was the girl that hit him with the shovel, and I believe that's what killed him. And we find a new group of people. Um, I haven't heard their names yet, so it's not easy for me to really tell you. But they're killing the walkers, and one of them gets bit. And I guess this one always holds one of them back. The husband doesn't wanna. They have to put her down, but he doesn't want to. And one of there was like a big black guy isn't ready to have that happened. Um, and they go into like a place that is just destroyed. Um, and that's kind of how it started. By the way, this episode's called Made to Suffer, and I guess the episode's very fitting. Um, and then they go in, and then it cuts to the theme song, and then it cuts to the real life, and Andrea's looking at the Philip's photos um, from his mother and from his husband and from his wife and his daughter, and he comes up and says they're gonna go cremate Mr. Coleman. Andrea's gonna go help and is gonna go help Mel Milton, I think his name is. And Philip says you don't have to do that, and Andrea says she wants to because she doesn't want him to be left doing it alone. And Philip says this town's really grown. Woodbury's really grown on you, hasn't it? And then Philip goes into his big to his inside his I guess territory, his room, his weird room where he had all the walker heads in the fish tanks, um, and he opens a cell door and plays some music. And at first I thought this was going to be where Glenn and Maggie were, but it was his daughter. Um, I forget what his daughter's name. I wonder if he ever said his name because that will bug me now. Penny. Um, and he checks on him, and this was kind of weird. Um, he opens the thing and kind of acts strange, like tells her to look at him, and it was just really weird. But she's like chained, and she can't really get out, and he closes the door. It was just really weird. And then Rick and his group, I found out that the other prisoner went. I think he was the only other guy that really went, and I forgot about the guy. He was the big, tall, black one, and he Rick. They can't really find a way to get into the building, and Michelle, or whatever her real name is, goes off by herself to get somewhere. And Rick's like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." So they're trying to figure out the plan, and Michelle guides them somewhere. So then they get in. Um, but she doesn't know what Glenn and Maggie are, and he's like, I thought you knew where they are. And he's like, I said I would help you as much as I can. I don't really know what to do. I don't really know exactly where they are. Um, and Rick gets pissed, so Rick says that if things go bad, that they're gonna cut her loose. Um, and then eventually, Rick um, eventually Rick and wants to. They see that it's curfew. She tells them it's curfew, and they look out the thing, and there was like security guards, and one of them catches them in there, um, and Rick and it was like some guy, random police guy, um, and he looks for them, and they take him hostage, and tries to get him to tell him what Glenn and Maggie are, and he doesn't spill, because he doesn't know, obviously, because yeah. So then they go out and insert the territory, and Glenn and Maggie too are in there just by themselves. Glenn's still all beat up. He doesn't have a shirt on. I don't know how Maggie got her shirt back on, but he doesn't have his shirt on. And he asks Maggie if he raped her without actually asking her. And she's like, no. And she says, I forget how cruel people can be sometimes. They're out there with walkers all the time. And then they take a piece of the walker. I think they were going to eat it or something. I don't really know what happened with that. And then eventually Philip wants Mo and some random guy to to pretty much kill Glenn and Maggie, because he doesn't want her to tell him he doesn't want her to tell him he doesn't want Andrew to know that she's there, because the longer they're there, the more Andrew knows. And then so they at first plan a plot. They attack Mo and the other guy. Maggie kills him, and Glenn's just so weak that I guess he can't really fight. So Mo's about to kill him, and Maggie points the gun at him and says, "Let him go." And Mo's like, "Okay." And then the two people behind them are aiming guns at them, and so then it doesn't work. So then they put they blindfold them, and they're gonna kill him. But then Rick and his group find them, and they throw tear gas in their way, and they take back and they save Glenn and Maggie, and they go into a room, and the governor Philip knows about this, and Andrea and says that tells everyone to go home and keep safe, and says that they're gonna go take these guys out, and then eventually so as they're getting ready to go this out, he tells Andrea to go do roll call, make sure everyone's all safe and sound. And Andrea doesn't want to do that because she feels like that she has the experience with the gun, that she can do this. But Philip doesn't want to hear it. He says to do what he asks her to do, and Andrea's like, fine. So then she sees the big prisoner, and then she goes to shoot him, and then everyone just starts shooting. And Philip sees this, and Andrea tells her what she saw, and tells her to go back, and everyone just starts having a big gun war. Mo, Dale, just everyone. It was pretty sick. And Glenn and Maggie, by the way, had told Dale what happened, and he said he wanted to go see Mo and tell him how they know about the prison now, and says that they need him and Rick doesn't want him to go because he says he needs him in case something happens, and Dale agrees to not do that. So then eventually, so yeah, now the gun war, everyone's just shooting each other. Rick, one of the guys looked like Shane, and Rick kind of, I guess maybe Rick was just zoning off, but one of the guys looked like Shane, and Rick ended up shooting him, and then he kind of got back to reality. It was kind of strange. He looked like Shane, though. I wonder what the hell that was about. But then eventually, the big prisoner gets shot. He gets killed, and I think Maggie put him down so that way he wouldn't turn into a walker. And then eventually, they escape. Well, it actually went to commercial. We didn't really know what happened after this. Dale says that he would to tell them to go off by themselves, and he would stay there, get and through tear gas and stuff. So I don't know what that was. I don't know. I don't remember what. But Dale said he would come after them. Um, and then we see the group from the earlier had made their way. Actually, the other prisoner was hitting on Beth, and Carol's like, stay away from her. And he apologized and said we haven't had many women prisons, and I guess he thinks Carol's a lesbian because she has short hair. She's like, I'm not a lesbian, and she's like, oh, this is. I guess now he's gonna start hitting on her, and I don't know. That was weird. But anyhow, that group made it to the prison because we heard this woman screaming, and Carl goes to see what it is. He ends up taking out a walker on the way, and he sees the group has come up across more walkers, and Carl helps them take them out. Herschel didn't want him to go down there, but then he said my dad would. And I don't even think he knows, thinks that his dad's gonna come back. He says that Judith is his only family right now, which is strange. So then he takes the prisoners. They have to put down the girl that got bit, and the husband's gonna look away, and then eventually one of them doesn't do it. Carl locks the cell and says that you should be safe here. It's got food and water, and the girl's like, please don't do this. We're not animals, and the guy's like, hey, this is the best we've had in a while, so let's just go with this. And then back at the town, Michelle is in the place where she's in the governor's house, and she goes into the place where into the governor's lair where he has all the head and those walkers' heads in the fish bowls, and then she opens up Penny's, I guess, cell, and at first she thinks that it's just a little girl, and she thinks this is weird, yeah, and she unhooks the chain, lets her loose, and says, I'm not gonna hurt you. And then she sees it's a walker and is about to kill her, and Philip comes and begs her not to kill her. He drops his gun and says, don't hurt my little girl. She has needs, and she needs me. And he's like, she doesn't have needs, and then she kills her. So then in a rage, Philip attacks. They start fighting. Philip and Michelle, and it was actually an awesome fight. I actually expected Michelle to beat the crap out of him, but she didn't, and she couldn't use her sword. So, and then Philip threw into like the fish tanks where the walkers were, and one of the walkers was still alive, biting. And then I think she was gonna try to throw him into it. And then she stabs him in the eye with a glass from the fish tank, and is gonna kill him, but Andrea's like, don't, and she has the gun pointed at him, and then she just leaves, and Philip holds his daughter crying, and yeah, so then Philip is in the hospital, and Merle comes, and everyone comes in, Milton, Merle, and says that the group escaped, so we'll go look for them in the morning. And he asks what happened to his eye. He says, I was attacked. And then and I remember too, he looks pissed at him because he told Michelle, he told Philip that Michelle was dead, so that was funny. And then Andrea got suspicious too, asked why he was fighting with Michelle, and asked why he came back to kill her, asked why he had the room with the fish tank. So then eventually when Michelle comes back to Rick's group, Rick's like, where the hell were you? And takes her sword and says, thanks for the help, and ask where Daryl is, because Daryl's not in the group right now. And she says that we need to get your group back to the prison, and you need my help to get Daryl. So what happens is at the end, Philip is all just upset, says that he thought this was like the worst night since the Walkers thing happened, and he says that um, that he feels that these guys are terrorists. They wish they had what we had, and says that they wish I had. They says that he thought he could keep these people safe, but he was wrong. And he said that the one person there was one terrorist in town, which I thought was awesome. And he says it's Mo. So then the guys hold guns to him, and they take his blade that he has where his hand is, and says that they have one of the terrorists, and they have Dale, and he's like, what should I do with these people? And Andrea looks like all shocked, and everyone's chanting to kill him, and then Philip says, you wanted your baby brother back, now you got him, and that's how it ends. And I thought that was awesome. It was a nice surprise. So Daryl got kidnapped. I have a feeling he'll fight out of it somehow, but we'll see. And I thought this was a great episode, with the whole war. I thought Philip was gonna die here. I thought they were gonna end that storyline, but I guess not. So I have a feeling they'll probably go back, and then eventually Philip will get what's coming to him. But that's pretty much my review, and thanks for watching. See you later.